Hello, everybody. I am very excited. Welcome to Realtor Reputation. I'm April Lopez.
And I'm Shannon Howard DeSordi.
And this is our final episode of the season. We kind of got a little delayed on recording some episodes, and that's just because we all went through the 100 Days of May.
We did.
That went and led into June.
It did.
And we haven't been able to get our crap together.
Yeah. Well, when we're doing like our real job, which is working.
Yeah. When our full-time job took over, that's kind of consumed our lives plus everything else. We'll get into that. But what I want to start with is we have a very exciting event coming up. If you don't know about it, well, we've been talking about it for a while. We have our first annual pool party happening at the Flamingo Hotel on June 20th. Yay.
And that is going to wrap our season one, a little celebration.
Yes.
We're so excited. We have 2 cabanas.
We ended up getting an overwhelming response for our pool party. Say that 5 times. So we do have 2 cabanas. We are really excited. We've already picked our
people. So you
invitees.
You should have received your invitations.
For everybody who was invited, just know that you should have that in your email inbox. We will be following up with a phone call just to confirm that we've got everybody on our guest list.
Yes. And then super fun. We also have a little pop-up trucker hat party from Luma Vintage. My friend Michelle, who owns that company, will be sending her peeps, and we are going to be setting up an awesome custom hat bar that you can customize. And we even had Realtor Reputation patches made to brand us, so we're really excited about that.
Absolutely. We're going to have drinks and charcuteries and everything that makes a pool party.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, look out for that if you have that email in your inbox. Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
So with your 100 million days of May.
Yes.
So tell me about your mom moments lately.
My mom moments.
I'm sure you have a few, but it's been a bit. Your favorite, your top.
Well, I don't even know. Like my kids, we were coming up to last day of school, and my kids are just transitioning. They're just both still in high school. So we were just doing those transitions as far as finishing up the school season with my kids texting me every day, like, do I really have to be here today? Can you pick me up? Can you
DoorDash me some food?
Can I go home? All we're doing is watching movies. And I was like, no, you're in school. You have to stay in school. So that was my daily text almost. And I'm like, no. So we were just doing that transition. My daughter's playing, I think I've talked about it before, playing tournament softball. So we've just been consumed. And then
getting ready for that.
I was busy with work. Like I had some personal stuff going on with my family at the beginning of the month. So that kind of took a hit, I guess you can say.
Those emotions can really get you when you're on that I guess your trajectory up, and it just really can pull you down.
Absolutely.
And it's unexpected. It was very unexpected.
Yeah. So you never know what's going to happen in life. And I had to take some time to be with my family. So yeah, that consumed me a lot. Emotionally consumed me. And then I was busy with work, trying to get listings going and launched, and clients who we had been working with. I have a set of clients that I've been working with for over 2 years, and we finally identified their property.
Yay!
So we're really, really excited. But, just opening those escrows and going through that whole process, it takes over our days, especially when our kids are texting us all day long that they want to leave school.
Right.
So, yeah. That was, nothing really fun and exciting beyond just
life.
Yeah, taking over. What about you?
It was literally, I would look at my calendar and I didn't even know what day it was in May. I'm just going to be honest. It was so much with 2 girls transitioning from, junior high to high school with graduations and dances and, having to filling out paperwork. I feel like it's you're going to college, but you're going to high school. Yeah. So that was that. We had planned a really, really exciting, fun family, little vacation for the girls. And I was so busy that I messed up the dates. So that was really embarrassing. And we were supposed to be going the first weekend in June, which I guess it technically was the first weekend in June, but it was the end of May, first weekend in June, which I thought it was the next weekend. So I was at home getting ready to go take the girls shopping for their graduation shoes. And I get a text that says, we're so excited, looking forward to you checking in the hotel.
I cannot believe you did.
And I'm like, no, they must have made a mistake. It clearly wasn't me. And sure enough, I called, and no, we needed to be checking in the hotel. And this is in San Ynez Valley. We go to Alisal. It's a horse ranch. That's a special place for our family. We've been going there. This is like our 4th trip. It's drivable. The girls get to horseback ride. It's kind of nice, relaxing. So fast forward, I'm crying like someone died on my floor. Like, what do I do? The kids had no idea. They literally thought like my mom died or someone died. And my husband's like, you got to get it together.
Yeah.
So I had to tell them, like, this was your graduation trip for next week.
But this was the morning of.
This is the morning of.
That you're supposed to be there. Correct.
But we had it like planned, like we were going to go like the day before and spend it. They thought they were going to San Diego to visit my aunt. So we were going to go to Pismo and stay at the beach. And then we were going to do these 3 days. Well, anyways, so pretty much I had to literally throw back. I don't even know what I packed. Just threw stuff in the car. We didn't even take showers. Like, we went. And my husband couldn't go because he was moving offices. And so it was the girls and I called my aunt who lives in San Diego.
They couldn't change the reservation.
Because we were literally coming, like, they're like, sorry, like, we've already made your horseback riding reservations, your food reservations. So it was not really the dream trip I imagined. It was quite a shit show, to say the least. Yeah. But we got there, it was fine. We were, making the best of it. My aunt came up from San Diego. We literally got there in time for dinner. We spent the next day. And so the highlight of that was the fire alarm went off at 2:30 a.m.
Oh, of course it did.
And so we're, like, in the middle of San Ynez Valley. Like, imagine, like, being, like, where you live out in Bennett Valley where there's, like, there's one road in and out. I mean, it's like
nothing
rural,
around. Yeah.
And we live in a fire zone, right? We talk about it all the time.
Yes.
Like, we have a little bit of PTSD from fires, even though, like, fortunately, my family's never been harmed, but we have had to evacuate. We've had friends and family who lost homes.
Yeah.
So it's literally 2:30 a.m. and it's blaring, fire.
Wait, is it like the whole strip?
Like, no, just our room.
Oh, just your room.
Just my room.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, just my room.
Wonderful.
So we went out. We thought, like, the place was on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine, like, being, like, dead asleep. It is so loud. And I look around and I took a video for you because nobody believed me. You can't make this shit up. And nobody's outside. No neighbors came. Like, we're just standing out there, the 4 of us in our little pajamas.
Oh, my gosh.
So I called the front desk because there's no phones in the room because this is, like, you relax.
Yeah.
No TVs, no phones, kind of a place. So I get somebody on the phone, and they're like, we'll send somebody. Well, fast forward. 25 minutes later, no one's here.
As it just keeps going off.
Loud. It doesn't, like, stop. Like, it's nonstop. So my daughter is, like, upset. She's outside. And so I go walk to the front desk. Nobody's there. I call again. They're like, well, someone's on their way. I'm like, well, now it's been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So finally, this nice man who I'm sure was
savvy,
awake and
freaking out?
Freaking out. She was packing her bags. She was, like, ready to go home. I'm like, I can't drive home at 3 a.m. Because she's like, we're going to catch on fire. Like, the horses, we got to go let the horses out.
Oh, my gosh.
There's, like, 150 horses. She's, like, ready to go let all the animals out. And I'm like, no, nothing's on fire. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So the man comes, and then he has to find a ladder. So now we're talking 45 minutes.
Oh, my God.
So finally, after, like, an hour, we get it all taken care of. We couldn't get back to sleep. We overslept. Like, it was just like a complete, like, out of a movie, like, literally. And then we checked out, and everyone was like, oh, okay. Like, no, like, I'm sorry. And I was really upset. So now that we've had, like, a week, I've been able to talk to the manager, and we were compensated because they are a very gracious hotel, and we will go back again due to their follow-up. But at first, I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
And I appreciate their willingness to comp us our room night and to make it right and, to care.
Well, that's good.
Because,
That's good. Yeah.
But that was really fun. So that was my trip.
It sounds chaotic.
It was chaotic. It was nothing that's been relaxing about.
I mean, everything's great to when you get an opportunity to spend time with your family, right? I think that's
it's just,
what I do
when
it
you
for,
have,
but
like, a vision, though, and
I
it doesn't
get it.
work out.
I get it.
It's sort of, I don't know. I kind of get set on my, like, visions of things.
You
like,
create your expectation
And
of
my
something.
husband gets mad at me, like, especially, like, for events. Like, I have, like, when we do parties, I have, like, a vision, and he's like, nobody is going to know but you. I'm like, but I know!
Oh, that is the worst comment that you could tell to somebody. It doesn't matter to anybody. And this is our argument all the time, but it matters to me.
Right.
But it matters to me.
Yes.
I tell that to my husband all the time, but it doesn't matter. But it matters to me. And I think that is our argument all the time.
And I think, like, the other thing is my other comment I hate, and you probably, I don't know how you feel, because I know you had a little snafu with some, like, decorations lately, but when I stage, And people like my dad, I used to work with my dad, and like I'm a perfectionist, as you know, you work with me a lot. Yeah. So like if I don't like it, like I'll go out and buy something else. Or I'm back changing things out 5 times until the photos are ready because I don't like it. Yeah. It doesn't even matter if it's my listing. Like I care more about other people's listings because I want it to look good.
Which is why I sent Shannon a text the other day because she was too busy for me. I'm just kidding.
I was just out of things.
She was just out of stuff for staging, and she's my go-to. And I texted her and I was like, "Thank you for letting me just trust that you will get it done." And I hand you a key, and I am photo ready.
And photo ready. So even if I'm sweeping or whatever I need to do. So my dad used to always say, "This is the line I hate. It's fine."
Oh, God.
It looks fine.
That's such a man thing.
Fine is not like good. Like, you know, like I have an expectation here. So fine is here, right? Fine is like you're passing. I want it to be great, wonderful, fabulous, not fine.
Oh my God. Let me tell you a story. So I had photography done at that Vallejo listing that I had, and the audio didn't work but we didn't realize the audio didn't, we thought everything was fine. The audio didn't work. He gets home and he sends me a text and he's like, "You have to re-record everything that you said." And mind you, it takes like 2 hours to do the shoot. I talk a lot, blah, blah, blah. Do an introduction for my video property walkthrough. And we get it to work out. I had to record like on a voice memo so we can get the audio.
And like this was a complicated
So he sends
one.
me the edit and I was like, my text response was, "It's fine." And he calls me, he's like, "Nothing is ever okay if a woman says it's fine."
Yeah, that's so true.
And I was like, "Okay, you're right. I'm extremely disappointed." I was like crying. It was one of those days.
Well, it is, and I think it's hard when you have to redo things like that, and especially like this one. I have to say, like you did like something that extra like spectacular where you were like out like kind of like sightseeing different parts. So it wasn't like just the house. You were like, you know, showcasing the marina and like
correct.
So
we had Mare Island in there.
Yeah, that was really good.
We were just talking about some other stuff within the community and Bay Area access and that sort of thing. So like it was a new concept for the both of us. So we were just trying to like create a really good video. And anyway, totally.
But I think like, do you ever see those ones? Like we all have them on our Instagram where they're like, you know, what's her name? Kelly Clarkson uses this diet pill, and it's like, and it's not her, but it's like some brand has like AI'd her, and her lips don't match or whatever. So that's probably what you felt like.
It is exactly.
Doesn't match.
And you know, I use Jim Neville for all of my photography and videography and everything, and he totally fixed it, and I was happy with the end result, but. Ultimately,
you know what
it took an extra like 3
like...
days of editing because I was just like, every response was, "It's fine, it's fine, it's okay." And he's like, "It's not okay, April." And I was like, you know, I throw F-bombs a lot. So I was like,
yes.
I would never ever be upset with him. Like it was something that just happened. So anyway, I'm just like.
And so, like, I think it's, like, really funny this year, like, moving on, we've talked about, like, our Swiftie sales.
Yes.
And so there's been a house, like, you were gone away with your family stuff. And we finally, like, have the house that, like, Taylor Swift can move into.
We found
it.
The Swiftie sale of the week, whatever. The final Swiftie sale of the season.
We'll post it up here so you can see it, but it is here in Petaluma. It's on top of like a hill by the Petaluma Golf and Country Club.
35-acre property.
35 acres. It was built by a pizza mogul.
The founder of
Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's Pizza.
And it literally is like a castle.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I know she's, like, touring all around Europe and Scotland and loves these castles, but we have one right here in wine country, and we know she likes wine.
That's actually very true. So
it has a wine cellar downstairs that you, like, open up. And then if you don't want to, like, go up the, like, 5 or 10 stairs, like, there's a whole other living area. So you can just, like, fall asleep at your second bar downstairs.
I mean, why would she not want this?
And then there's another bar, like, upstairs. Like, I went into it, and you know, like, how, like, castles have, like, those rounded, like, moat rooms?
Yes.
It had those, and then there was, like, a conference room. It actually did have a moat.
Temperature-controlled wine cellar, a home theater, billiard room, a sauna, a steam room. I want a sauna at my house, FYI. Sorry, that's... bocce court, pool, spa, privileged access to the 5th hole because it's on
so I mean,
Petaluma
you
Golf
know,
and
I
Country.
know that Travis is in these like golf tournaments. I mean, he can go. He's going to be in one in Tahoe. We should go in the next couple weeks.
Oh, have you ever been to one? My
I have.
mother-in-law goes to it all the time.
Yeah, but he's going to be there
my
with Jason.
Well,
summer.
hey.
But anyways, he could go practice out on the 5th hole.
Yeah.
You know, and then they have like a koi pond. And then they had a swimming pool. I mean, they just had everything.
Love it.
And just beautiful details. But you know,
Yes. 5 bedrooms, just some stats, 11,000 square feet of living space. It is listed for $12.5 million. So
and that's like nothing.
Taylor, we found your house.
We
in
found
Sonoma
it, and that's
County.
like a drop in the. You've bought, you know, other houses. For
We can introduce you to all of the great restaurants in Petaluma,
Sonoma County, Healdsburg, Napa,
You know-
wine vintners. We know lots of vintners. Like we could just have wine shipped to you from every wine club.
The airport is close by, so you can go ahead and land. I even have somebody where you can store your jet.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We know people.
We know people.
We know people. So that's kind of our Swiftie sell, we're going to say, of the season.
Yeah.
Of the
And I just
season.
love that's a great ending to it.
You're going to love the photos. There's a little video walkthrough and that sort of thing. So we'll post that for you. But I think it's hard to say goodbye to season 1.
I know, but I'm really proud of us. We've done it, and
Yes.
we did it, and we hopefully you got to see our quirks and our silliness and our, you know, Swiftie
Yes.
love for the Swifties. But
We really appreciate all of your support. You know, this kind of came to us as an idea. We were sitting in our office and, you know, people would come up to us talking about Selling Sunset and all these TV shows on how real estate is. And we wanted to just come up with a concept of that's not reality. And we are just working moms who are living our life trying to sell Sonoma County real estate. So
yeah, and I think anybody, doesn't even have to be in Sonoma County, but I think any realtor all over the country can relate because
Yes.
they all have stories.
Yeah.
And I think the facade of like what, you know, it is not really, maybe in some areas, like there
Sure.
is some of that, but I think the, you know, the 95%ers of the world who like, you know, sell real estate.
Uh-huh.
Aren't selling $60 million houses and
right.
aren't wearing stilettos and mini dresses.
And as much as we highlight, like even just this property today, that's $12.5 million. I mean, the reality is we sell everything, as Shannon says it, mobiles to millions.
Mobiles to millions.
So, I mean, we sell
Yeah.
all kinds of price ranges, and that's the reality.
And you know,
of
our
what we do.
average sales price here is about $850,000 in Sonoma County for just an average, you know, 3.2. So I mean, we, you know, when I started 20 years ago, that was like 300,000. So
Right.
it's gone up $500,000. So I mean, we compared to the country, we do, you know, all
Yes.
over the country, we do have a higher, you know, threshold in
Yes.
prices.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you for being our followers, and
Yes.
please, we still are. We're gonna get ready back in probably the end of August for season 2. So like, subscribe. We will be adding onto a few other channels like Apple and a couple other places,
which we're really excited for. So we will see you in, we'll say August.
Yeah. So look for our pool party special. That'll be like our final.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.